Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtatarashta Shri Srimad Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Nama Acharya Shri Ras Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Arvita Gadadhara Shri Vas Adi Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Radha Kund Shama Kund Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Mayapur Dham ki Ganga Mai ki Yamuna Mai ki Tulsi Devi ki Bhakti Devi ki Samaveta Bhaktavrinda ki Jagnitai Gaur Pramanande. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories all goes to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, I'm reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 88, and text, what is it? 8, 9, 10? 9 to 16. Okay. Okay. So it's from Lord Shiva saved from Vritrasura. Okay, so I'll just read the translations. When he becomes frustrated, so from text 9 until 16. When he becomes frustrated in his attempts to make money and instead befriends my devotees, I bestow my special mercy upon him. person who has thus become sober fully realizes the Absolute as the highest truth, the most subtle and perfect manifestation of Spirit, the transcendental existence without end. In this way, realizing that the Supreme Truth is the foundation of his own existence, he is freed from the cycle of material life. Because I am difficult to worship, people generally avoid me and instead worship other deities, who are quickly satisfied. When people receive kingly opulences from these deities, they become arrogant, intoxicated with pride, and neglectful of their duties. They dare to offend even the demigods who have bestowed benediction upon them. Shukadev Goswami said, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, and others are able to curse or bless one. Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma are very quick to curse, to bestow benedictions. My dear King, but the infallible Supreme Lord is not. In this connection, an ancient historical account is related concerning how the Lord of Kailash mountain was put into danger, but by offering a choice of benedictions to demon Vrika. The demon named Vrika, a son of Shakuni, once met Narada on the road. The wicked fellow asked him which of the three chief gods could be pleased most quickly. Narada told him, worship Lord Shiva and you will soon achieve success. He quickly becomes pleased by seeing his worshipper's slightest good qualities and quickly angered by seeing his slightest fault. Okay, so text 16. Dashasya Banayos Tushtaha Stuvator Vandinor Iva Aishwaryam Atulam Dattva Tata Apa Susankatam Dashasya Banayostuштах Stuvator Vandinor Iva Aishwaryam Atulam Dattva Tata Apa Susankatam Dashasya Banayostuштах Stuvator Vandinor Iva Aishwaryam Atulam Dattva Tata Apa Susankatam Dashasya Banayostuштах Stuvator Vandinor Iva Aishwaryam Atulam Dattva Tata Apa Susankatam Mataji? Dasha Asya with 10-headed Ravana. Banayoha and with Bana. Tushtaha satisfied. Stuvatoho who sang his glories. Vandinoho iva like minstrels. Aishwaryam power. Atulam unequaled. Datva giving. Tataha then. Apa he obtained. Su great. Sankatam difficulty. Translation and purport. He became pleased with 10-headed Ravana and also with Bana when they each chanted his glories, like bards in a royal court. Lord Shiva then bestowed unprecedented power upon each of them, but in both cases he was consequently beset with great difficulty. Purport. Ravana worshipped Lord Shiva to gain power and then misused that power to uproot the Lord's residence, sacred Kailasha Parvata. On Banasura's request, Lord Shiva agreed to personally guard Bana's capital, and later he had to fight for Bana against Sri Krishna and his sons. Haribol. So yes, there is always difficulty with what we want. We don't know what we want. And many times we are asking very foolish things, no, of the Lord, and we cannot more. Okay. And if we cannot get it from the Lord, then we ask of the demigods. We just keep going for it until we get what we want. But we can, in fact, we can desire whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. You decide right now to go and jump up the window, who can stop you? Anything. You can desire, you have free will. You can do whatever you want. That's under your control. But what reaction you get for it, that's not under your control. So therefore, it is very wise to think before you act. So we should be educated in what reaction do I get for the action I'm going to do it. So if you are educated and you know, if I jump off the window, I get hurt. Maybe I die. And I don't want to get hurt or die, therefore I don't jump off the window. But it's your choice, right? So we have to be careful about how we use our choices. how we use our desires. And unfortunately, no, it's through our false ego and ultimately through the Papa Bija, the Anarthas, that we desire the wrong things. So we are conditioned. The Anarthas, they condition us. They make us act differently or conditionally in situations which we should act otherwise. In the morning, right? You want to get up and it's cold and there is no hot water. And then you are supposed to get up and take bath and go. Then, will it happen or not? It depends, right? Sometimes yes, sometimes maybe not. So, that we don't, it's because the mind is telling us, no, it's very cold. Just sleep a little longer. It's not a problem. No. Because it's cold and taking cold bath, I don't like it. So I don't want to do it. But the intelligence tells you, you should do it. And now, whom do you listen? Do you listen to your mind or to your intelligence? Because they're always like two voices. And you choose. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that, right? More conditioned we are, and it's going to be according to I like or I don't like. So I will do, I will not do. But less of the conditioning is there, then it's going to be I will do it because it's the right thing to do. And I will not do it because this is the wrong thing to do. And it's our choice to whom we listen. And to whom you keep listening, then that one gets stronger. So if we keep conditioned and we just do only things which we like and we avoid things which we don't like, then our conditioning is going to be there. Our anarthas are getting stronger and we have more and more trouble. On the other hand, when we start deciding, okay, I have to do it, it's austerity, but I have to do it because it's the right thing to do. And I will not do the other thing because this is wrong. That's intelligence telling us. And if you listen to our intelligence, then the intelligence gains power over the mind. And that's ultimately we want to do. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, now in Sharanagati, he tells us, right, the mind has to be beaten. You beat the mind, in the morning with the broom, in the evening by the shoe, but you have to keep beating it. It won't listen. Arjuna, in Bhagavad Gita, he says that mind is very difficult to control. It's easier to control wind than the mind. That's very difficult, right? And the mind, it's considered, Srila Prabhupada talks about mind as the chief sense. We have the senses, the indriyas, and the chief of them is mind. So the mind is into gratifying the senses, if it's uncontrolled. So if we let go our imagination, our desires, just to feel good, there is no limit to how far the living entity will go. You see, like in the West, people are suffering very much. They think they are enjoying. I had seen a man. Now people think, okay, drinking alcohol, it's an enjoyment. They feel free or whatever it is. But they may feel like that now in the beginning. But I had seen a man, and he, in his work, he was working for 8 hours. During that work, he would drink 20 beers. Just so then he can get through the day. After he finishes his work, he goes to pub and he drinks. So, I don't know, maybe another 20, whatever it is. Then he gets a little drunk. Then he goes home. He goes to sleep. In the morning, he gets up and he's shaking. He's shaking like this. What he needs alcohol. So he has some alcohol right next to his bed. Like you may have some water, right? He has alcohol. He has to drink. And he is drinking like that. He drinks. And as soon as there's some alcohol in his blood, then he's okay. So he is not drinking because he feels good. He has to drink to feel normal. So it's not an enjoyment. It becomes necessity for him. And besides it's very expensive, but he's ruining his life. I don't think he's alive anymore. But anyway, I had seen that. People who are smoking, they smoke because they have to. The nicotine inside makes you addicted to smoking. You have to smoke. If you ask them, well, why don't you stop smoking? Oh, I don't want to, no. I can, anytime I want, I can stop, but I don't want to. It's not true. They cannot. Those who try to, becomes very difficult for them. So we have so many of these anarthas, which are our conditioning. And we are maintaining them. We are growing them. And that's very foolish. Because the anarthas are the root, they are the seeds of desires. They are the root of our desires, of our stupid desires. So, we have to develop a desire. Desire to get rid of the anarthas. We have no power to remove the anarthas ourselves. Krishna can. Devotional service can. Holy name can. Prasadam can. But only if we let them. So what we have to do to develop desire. I don't want these anarthas. Let them go. And if you are sincere, so in a moment you can get rid of all the anarthas. In a moment, one can become pure devotee. We see like Dhruva Maharaj, he had desires. He had seen the Lord, and immediately his desires were purified. He didn't have any more material desires. So the choice is ours. But until and unless we drop the attachment to our anarthas, then we will maintain them. And we will maintain them means we are conditioned. That's a problem. See, like the anartha, the strongest anartha is sex desire. In this material world, that's the strongest anartha. But you can see in Bhagavatam, when the description of when Shukadeva Goswami is born, well, and then he runs out of the house because he was in fact already of a 16-year-old boy body, and it was a very beautiful body. But no, he ran out completely naked, and he is running, and he sees some girls taking bath, also naked. He didn't even notice them. He didn't bother to even look. And they were not bothered by him because they noticed he is not noticing. So they didn't feel ashamed or shy because there was no anartha. Shukadeva Goswami is free of the anartha, so he's not seeing the difference. He's not seeing the woman, even though naked, as an object of enjoyment. But if there is an anartha, immediately the man will see the woman as an object of enjoyment. And not thinking, feeling, willing, then it will start not developing, how can I enjoy her? That's because of anarthas. But if there is no anartha, no thinking, no feeling, no willing, we are free. So it's our choice to make. And as in Bhagavatam, in many places it's described, what is the Lord's greatest mercy? It's not the giving the blessings like Lord Shiva is going to give. Get more opulence. Get better in everything. That's not the best blessing. The best blessing is when Lord becomes Hari. He takes away. He takes away our possessions. He takes away relationships. And then you become suddenly without anything, without anyone. And you have to depend on God. You have to depend on Krishna. But Krishna, He is merciful. He is not going to give it or do it to anyone. He is only going to do it to those who are ready for it. So if we develop the desire, I want to give up my desires for Krishna. And if we are sincere, Krishna will do it. Krishna will give the blessing. But if we are not, then Krishna will not, and He will give more even. Because Krishna will not purify us by force. He will not take away our anarthas by force. We have our free will. And by free will, I want to keep them. So Krishna will say, okay, keep it. No, it's yours. It's your desire. Your choice. But whenever you want, you tell me and I can help you. He loves us. And if He would purify us against our free will, where is the love? Where is the affection, right? So Krishna, He is respecting our desire. So we are here in the material world, and we are trying to develop the desire that I don't want to be here. But it's our choice. So when we make the right choice, Krishna will help us. When we are not making the choice right, He is also helping us to realize that. He is not going to do it against our will. He is going to put us in situations in which we can realize it. Like Srila Prabhupada, he mentions that once when he was a small boy, he had the desire to put finger in a running fan. And you know that can be dangerous. His father seeing that, so he decided not to say, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, because where will it lead to? Eventually the kid will put in the finger inside. And if you put it into fully running fan, then you may break your finger, maybe cut your finger off. Very painful. So his father, he got the fan, and no, it was running. He unplugged it. He switched it off. Then the fan is spinning down. It's still moving, but no, he told, no, small Prabhupada, put your finger now in, because you want to do it. So he put the finger inside, and he got knocked on the finger. It was slow, the blades, nothing happened. But immediately he understood. What? Even though it's slow, it hurt little. Now, if it would be fully spinning, then maybe it will cut off the finger. It's a foolish idea to put the finger inside. He realizes. It's not that just father told him. So he experienced that. And therefore, no, he said, since then, I didn't want to put finger in the fan. So we need to experience things. We need to properly realize things that we don't belong to this material world. But we need to realize that we are Jiva, Sat Chit Ananda. And we don't belong here. The body doesn't belong to us. Everything around, it's Krishna's energy. It doesn't belong to us. We don't have control over it. All we have control over our desire. And now, the life we are living right now, it's about just to develop the right desire. Because at the end of our life, if we have the right desire, then Krishna can help us to go to the spiritual world. But if we have the wrong desire, we will be here. Maybe go to heavenly planets, go to whatever, wherever, but we will be in the material world. As long as we desire that. See, it's like a father, he can take his little son somewhere to ocean, right? To a beach. What will the kid do? Start playing around, no? He will go and ascend. Oh, so he will build some castle or some tunnels or so many things, right? Out of the sand. And he will be so absorbed in his play. He will think that this is all real, and then maybe make some army and fight a little bit, and then there's just so much imagination he will have. Father will be, sitting somewhere nearby, and the kid will forget about his father. He will not notice. And the father, what is he doing? He is just watching his kid not to play. And he is happy that the kid is happy. But after some time, the kid gets tired. So then, now he comes back to the father and he says, Father, I'm tired, I'm hungry, please take me home. So then, what will the father do? He is not going to say, what? For many hours you are playing here, you don't even notice me, you don't care about me, and now you want me to take you to home? No, the father will not say that. He will say, oh, I'm so happy that you had such a nice playtime. Okay, now please let's go home. He takes him home, he feeds him, he puts him to bed, and then kid is happy, father is happy. And that's like us. We are playing in the material world with the sand, thinking that all is real. And our Father is sitting now in our heart, in fact, just right next to us. And all he's waiting for to say, please, Father, take me home. But we have to say that. We have to mean it. So as long as we want to play, you are free to play as much as you want. No restrictions. Do whatever you want. But Krishna will never give up on you. He is always there with you. He is watching. Now you are a man, then you are a woman. Now you are doing this or you are doing that. It's okay. That's what you want. Okay, no, fine. Make it out of the sand. Do whatever you want. But Krishna is waiting for us to get tired of it. I have enough of it. Now, please, Krishna, take me home. And then he will do it instantly, immediately. But we have to say it. We have to mean it. That is the responsibility. That is the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that in one lifetime we can go back to Godhead. To develop the desire. Taking prasad, chanting the holy name, that can make it happen. But only if we want, if we don't object. So we have to understand our free will is very powerful. Because the free will which we got, it's portion, tiny portion of the supreme free will Krishna has. And because of that, Krishna respects that. So he will not force you to love him, but he will put us in a situation to realize that this is what is naturally the best for us. Like a mother, small kid, he wants to go to play outside. But outside is very cold. So then the mother says, put on some sweater. Put some chadar, It's cold. You get sick. And kids say, no, I don't want to do it. No. So the mother, come on, just put it on. But the kid is very, stubborn. Okay, mother will say, just you go and play. He goes, outside is cold, he comes back sick. Right? So then, when he's sick, he's lying in the bed and he has cold and cough and this, that. So he realizes, my mother cared about me. She told me to put the sweater on. If I put the sweater on, then I wouldn't get sick. But I didn't listen, and therefore I'm sick now. So next time, there's a better chance he will listen. Or maybe he will have to go through it a few times before he realizes. But eventually he realizes. So he gets put into the situations to realize that. We are getting to put into these situations to realize that. When we realize it, then we can develop the right desire. And then we can realize, oh, I'm so tired of playing here in this material world. Please, Krishna, take me home. That's the purpose. That's what we should do. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
হরে কৃষ্ণ মহারাজ।
হরে কৃষ্ণ।
ধন্যবাদ, প্রণাম মহারাজ। বাংলায় আমি তো বলতে পারি।
Better also English.
So, Prabhu's question is, Maharaj, so Bhakti have many stages. So he's asking that in one moment, how we can purify ourselves and going back to Godhead. Because Bhakti have many stages. So he's asking in one moment.
Problem is that we are attached to the material world. We are attached to our materialistic activities. So, from Shraddha to Prema, actually the Anartha Nivriti and Nishtha, those are the very important stages. Because until then, when we are controlled by the anarthas, we are conditioned. And we don't want to do wrong things, we don't want to do nonsense, but we do it. We have no choice. Anartha nivriti means that most of the anarthas go. So now we have the control of the mind by our intelligence. So we may still think about nonsense, but we will not do nonsense. We will realize, okay, I'm thinking of nonsense, but it's wrong thing, I don't want it. Okay, go. And we are free of doing nonsense. That's why we become steady, nishtha. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur points out that from nishtha, then the progress on the devotional path is much faster. Because nishtha, ruchi, as soon as you get taste for devotional service, you have no taste for anything material. So that is how we can properly progress. So we have to develop that desire not to be attached to our anarthas. But it's not so easy, because the anarthas which we have, they affect our false ego and they make our personality. Because I have some bad habits, because I have some attachments, it makes me who I am. And because of that, I have some friends, I have some relationships, I belong somewhere, and I get attached to it. Now to give up that, what will happen to me? Who will be my friend? What will happen to me? What will happen to my property? Who will I become? I don't know. Therefore, for safety reasons, I should not want the anarthas to go. I want to remain who I am, according to my false ego. So we, out of fear, we are not willing to give up. Because we don't know what's going to happen. What Krishna says, right? He tells us that don't be afraid. He says, Man mana bhava mar bhakto, madhyaji mama maskuro, mam evashasi satyante pratijana priyosime. You think of me, worship me, He will take care. Paritrana sarunam, right? He is there to purify. He does that. He's so many verses in Bhagavad Gita. He tells Arjuna, don't be afraid. I'm here to help you. No, you think of me, I will take care of you. You give up everything, and I will take care of you. But I don't know Krishna. Why should I believe him? It's abstract. Here, the senses are real right now. I can go and enjoy them anytime I want. There is suffering with it. But at least I get a little bit of enjoyment, at least something. But Atmanivarana, surrendering to Krishna, what does it mean? I don't know. What will happen to me? I don't know. So I don't want to do it. I'm afraid to do it. So the whole life is about to realize, don't be afraid to give up your attachments. Krishna is there. You can realize Krishna as Paramatma, as Chaitya Guru. He is there to guide you. So then when we realize it, not just knowing it, when we realize it, then we realize, okay, it's safe to give up the material attachments because Krishna will take care. And that's what we got this lifetime for. If we can do it this lifetime, great. If you cannot do it in this lifetime, you get more lifetimes to go. But we need to realize it before we develop the desire. And unless we have the desire, then Krishna will give us always the space to play. That's how it is. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj,
Hare
please
Krishna.
accept my humble obeisances. Maharaj, I wanted to know what is fall down in reference to Bharat Maharaj's pastime, where he went to the stage of Bhava, but then he became a deer, but it seemed like he was still on the platform of Bhava, but it is said that he fell down from Bhava stage. And on other hand, we see some renounced orders, sannyasis accepting wives. So that is also said as fall down. So I am not very clear about what fall down is. So I seek understanding on that.
See, fall down is that our realizations are not strong enough. So when there is no strong realization, then we still don't live fully according to our realization. If your realization is, okay, you see or you hear about the fire burns, you see people getting burned and it hurts, and you may get hurt by fire, but you may still think, oh, if I touch the fire differently, it will not burn me. If I take a glove, it will not burn me. You may think that I can trick the fire. Your realization is not strong enough. like Holika. She was always thinking that she's protected from fire. She was so confident. But when she took Prahlad Maharaj in the fire, he survived, not her. Right? She was so confident. So we need the realization. See, there was one guy, and like you have these heavy press machines which are cutting the sheets of steel. You have seen, maybe, no? You have heard there's like centimeter thick steel sheet comes, and then there is a press and it just cuts shapes out of it. So he's operating the machine. And can you imagine 8 hours a day just pushing button? No. Push button, okay, it comes, cuts, okay. Push button, comes, cuts. No. It's boring. It's difficult to do it. For the mind, it's difficult. So he was thinking of some entertainment or something else, some activity during that boring work. So he was thinking, there is a security, all these lasers. So anything comes in the path, immediately the machine gets stuck for safety. So he was thinking, is it possible to cheat the security? Can I stick something inside without triggering the stop of the machine? So he was thinking, ways how to do it, and he found a way. He found a way how he can put hand inside without triggering the stop. So he does that, and his hand gets cut off. So he goes to the hospital. He's being there treated, without hand. For months he's there. He comes out of the hospital, and he comes to his work, right? And the workers there, his friends, oh, we are so sorry that you are in this situation, and we are very happy to see you again. You must have suffered so much. And then one of the workers asked, well, I cannot understand, how could you put your hand inside the machine? Because it's so tight, the security, it's so perfect. You cannot put anything inside. So how did you cheat it? He said, that's not so difficult. See, like this. And he takes the other hand, puts it, and cuts it. So, realization. But is it enough what we have? We need to realize more and more and more. So when there is no strong realization, then we still maintain some desires due to the anarthas. Vishma Chakravarti Thakur, he describes the anarthas, the stages of anarthas, various kinds of anarthas in his Madhura Kadambini. So until we are fully purified from the anarthas, then we still have a chance that we may fall down, because we develop the desire based on the anartha. We are conditioned by that. Higher stages, they are very weak. So it may be, we can control them, but sometimes we may not. So we need to work on to remove the anarthas. Anarthas, they come from sinful activities, they come from pious activities, they come from devotional service, they come from Namaparat. And he describes also that the anarthas which come from sinful activities, easy to get rid of. At the time of Ruchi, Because you have desire to serve Krishna, there's no desire to serve the senses. It's gone. Those anarthas. Pious activities, the pious activities is also anartha. To have the desire, I want to go to heaven to enjoy, no, and therefore I'm doing here some charity, I'm doing some austerity. That's also sinful. Because it's material. You go to heaven for maybe not many tens of thousands of years, but you come back here. So you didn't solve anything. You didn't solve the main problem. Therefore, it's an anartha, it's unwanted. Devotional service, by doing devotional service, we do so many seva parats. It's also, because if the activity which we do, wrong activity we do, creates anartha. Anartha means it's the seed of the desire to do the activity again. Wrong. You understand? So that's what the anartha is. The seed of the desire to do the activity again wrong. And if we keep doing it wrong, it gets stronger. If we are alert and try to avoid doing the bad activity, it becomes weaker and it disappears. So from devotional service, if we do the seva parat, and if we keep doing it like that, we get habituated to it, and then we do, but it's also an anartha. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, for devotional service, you do some seva parat, don't worry much about it, correct yourself, and keep doing devotional service. It will go away. And also, Ruchi Asakti is gone. Completely, absolutely gone. The anartha. But he warns us against Namaparat. The Namaparat anarthas, they don't go so easily. They stay in our heart until prema. Only at the time of prema they get removed. So one of the reasons for a devotee falling down, even from the higher stages, even bhava, can be that there is anartha from Namaparat. I'm not saying that Bharat Maharaj fell down because of that. There were some attachments he maintained. And seeing the deer, then he falls down. But his fall down wasn't really a fall down. It was just another way Krishna made him to go through full purification. Because he was remembering his previous births. So he knew who he was. Even as a deer, he knew who he was before. Therefore, he immediately split from his mother and died somewhere. He didn't want to be a deer. And then after that, he's Jara Bharat. And he knows he was a Bharat Maharaj, then he was a deer, now he's a Jara, now he's a man. But he pretends that he is stupid. He doesn't want to get entangled. But speaking to Maharaj Rahugana, then he's understood then who he actually is. So it wasn't really fall down on his side. But we have to be really careful avoiding Namaparat. Especially Vaishnava Parat, Guru Parat. I'm being inattentive. Pramada. Now, those are like the most prominent which we commit because we think what's the big deal? These anarthas from Namaparat, they are very subtle compared to the other anarthas. You may offend some Vaishnava, you may not get any reaction for it immediately. You think it's okay. You can go on. But when you become purified of the other anarthas. Then these anarthas from Namaparad become prominent. And then it's frustrating because they don't go. All the anarthas gone, but these stay. Like you may have dhoti. It's a white dhoti, but it became black, dirty. You decide, I want to wash it. So you sit down, you scrub each piece of the dhoti to make it pure, clean, white again, like a new. You wash it, it's nice, it's beautiful. But there are like 2 or 3 spots which didn't go. If you wear the dhoti, it's white. But anybody who sees you immediately will see the spots. You didn't notice them before because the whole dhoti was dirty. But now the whole dhoti is clean, just the spots are there, it becomes very prominent and very frustrating. So that's how the anarthas are. So if we don't want to go through that experience, we should avoid Namaparad. We should be afraid, very, very fearful of Namaparad. That's what we should do. And if we are sincere, we have to. There's no other way. Yes?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Gauranga.
Hare Krishna Maharaj and Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, just now you said that all these Namaprad, they go only at the purification stage of prema. So it is very scary and demotivating for us because we are at the beginner stage and we don't know how much existing we have already done, how much we will do. So prema stage 2 very far away for us. So what is the remedy for us?
See, you want to build a fire and light it, right? So you go collect wood. So you collect the wood, put it on the fire and start lighting it, right? Now, if you want to light the fire, then the wood should be dry. So, commit Namaparad and doing devotional service. It's like you want to light the fire, but you are pouring water on it at the same time. Is it wise? So first of all, we have to stop pouring water. Then you think about drying the wood, and then you think about lighting the fire. So first of all, we have to stop doing Namaparad. Now, then think about how I can then remove whatever is there. So it's the mentality. You have to change your mentality. So when the devotee realizes that and focuses purely now on the devotional service, whatever he is conscious of that he has committed Namaparad, he should repent. He should, if possible, if it's a Vaishnava Parad, he should go and beg for forgiveness from the Vaishnava. If it's not possible or he is not aware of, he doesn't know, pray to Krishna. When there is a sincerity and there is the understanding, Krishna sees that you realize it, he will purify that. But when he sees that your mentality is not like that, not yet, then he will keep it and you bear the consequences. So we have to, first of all, stop doing Vaishnava Parad. Let's fix the mentality. And then only depend on Krishna's mercy. Then he will help. Yeah? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Gruntaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai Nitai Gaur Pramananda.